I think a popular question that I also get is how do I find money for non-profit? And you don't need a lot of money to get started. But if you have a good idea on how you can go about solving a social problem, you can actually make a pitch for it. When you're raising money for your non-profit, the first thing to do is to be able to articulate the problem itself and what is it that you're going to solve in the next 5 to 7 years. What will move? The second most important thing is to have a very unique insight on the problem or the solution that you have. Now when I hear a non-profit pitch, what I'm trying to look for is, does this founder know something new about this problem, or is he taking a newer approach to it? One founder that we recently have in our newest cohort had this unique insight that we are focusing a lot on teaching concepts to children when it comes to maths, right? You're teaching how to do addition, but you're not getting children to actually practice addition. And until and unless they are able to practice more, they'll not actually learn the concept, right? And that was a very unique insight. The third piece is, do you have initial core team or your co-founders that provide complementary skills? Just to give an example, what we see is that a lot of times founders come from deep development sector or social sector experience. But to run an organization and to scale it, you also need experience with fundraising. You also need to be good at research and data. You also need to be a good strategic thinker. And it's very hard to get all of that in one person. So you need to get co-founders that come with complementary skills. We have had founders who got started, once they got a 5 to 10 lakh rupee grant. Some even started without a grant. They did a small pilot, got some results, and took that to raise more capital. Typically, I see that once you are 2 to 5 years in your journey, you at least need about a crore or 1.5 crores to run an organization that is actually having impact. But you can just get started, tomorrow. There are these, popular myths around nonprofits, and the number one myth is that it's a retirement job. It's for people with gray hair. But that's definitely not true. We looked at 30 plus nonprofits in the country that have scaled, and the median age of these founders was 35. The youngest founder when he started a nonprofit was almost 18 years of age, and it was in college. A second myth is that nonprofits don't scale, they remain small, but that's completely not true. A good example of this would be Childline, 1098. You would have seen it, plastered on railway stations and all the public places, which is basically a helpline for children in distress, right? They now cater to 7 million calls, and it's just started as a project by a professor at TISS, Bombay. And now their helpline has been adopted by Ministry of Child and Women Development. That's a massive impact.
Don't forget to subscribe and follow us.